DX Fleet transactions and reports downloads. Let's take a look at the transactions page over here under the transactions tab. This page will show you transactions from all of your sites or specific ones. You're able to apply filters to show the transactions you're looking for. You can set a date range. We're going to select January 1st, 2020 through December 5th, 2023. We're going to select all sites. If you want to see transactions from an individual site, you can pick one here. You can also select what record type you're looking for, such as fuel transactions, drivers, vehicles, etc. Click Apply. Now you can see our filtered transactions and the transaction number, site ID, the date and time, and if the card is associated with an account. Click the arrow at the bottom right to go to the next page. You can also add more fields by clicking the cogwheel near the top right. We can add driver name and vehicle name, then click outside that pop-up window to close it, and you can see those fields show up now. Let's change the record type to show only drivers and click Apply. Now only transactions with drivers will show up. Let's select only vehicles, and now it'll display only transactions that had vehicles present on the transaction. Let's try a bad odometer filter. This will display transactions where the odometer reading didn't match up. Now we'll set zero quantity transactions. After you click Apply, you can see those transactions show up here. We can check for any incomplete transactions. None show up. You can save the search preferences here. And you can also clear all of your filters by clicking Clear Preferences. You can also edit transactions. Let's pull some up by expanding our date. Then under the Manage column, click the pencil icon. You can also delete a transaction with the trash icon. We're going to click the pencil to see the edit screen. Here you can make any changes you need to. Let's change the quantity from 20 to 22, then click Update. And that's how you update a transaction. If you want to export the transactions to a file, you can do that on the top right. The file will be ready for download in the Downloads page, and we'll view that in a moment. You can also manually add a transaction. If someone was able to fuel but their transactions didn't register in the system for some reason, click the plus at the top right of the transactions page. Enter in your site ID and select a site. Type in the transaction number. Enter in the date and time. Enter the account ID. Enter in the driver ID, and the name will automatically populate from their ID. If they used a vehicle, you can enter that here. Enter in the pump number and the hose number. Select what type of product they used. Then you can enter in the odometer reading if required. And finally, you can enter the price and quantity. And we can see our manually entered transaction right here. We can add the additional columns here, and we can see that Dave is the person who completed this transaction. And that's the transactions page. Let's make a new export of this data. You can see here the notification tells you to go to the Reports tab and then to the Downloads page. We can see our reports here, and we can download them by clicking the download icon on the right. Let's open the files and see what the export file looks like. Alright, and that's how you view your exported transactions.